بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على دين كله ولو كره المشركون والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Meine Geschwister im Islam, wir haben heute eine große Freude, weil wir sitzen in Doha, in Katar, mit dem Sheikh Dr. Bilal Philips. Und ich muss sagen, von meiner Seite aus ist echt eine riesengroße Freude, mit dem Sheikh Dr. Bilal Philips heute hier zu sitzen, weil er ist jemand, der in meiner ersten Zeit, wie ich zum Islam gekommen bin, mich auch sehr beeinflusst hat, weil er eine sehr überzeugende Art hat zu reden und auch sehr viel gelernt hat. Er ist einer der wenigen Leute, die aus dem Westen, denn er hat kanadische Staatsbürgerschaft, der kommt ursprünglich aus Jamaika. Er ist einer der wenigen, die in der Jamia Islamiyya in Medina abgeschlossen haben und danach nochmal in Riyadh den Magistertitel gemacht haben. Später hat er einen Doktortitel von der Universität in Wales bekommen. Und er ist jemand, der seit über 30 Jahren in der Dauerarbeit aktiv ist. Und er war schon in so vielen Ländern auf der Welt, in Indien, in Australien, in Kanada, Amerika, schon Holland, UK, also Großbritannien, überall hat dort Vorträge gemacht. Und hat natürlich dadurch eine sehr große Erfahrung, von der ich als Anfänger in der Dauerarbeit natürlich auch profitieren will. Und worum es mir heute geht, ist, wir wissen, dass das islamische Wissen eine ganz wichtige Sache ist. Und wir wissen, dass der Prophet a.s. gesagt hat, Man salaka tariqan yabtaghi fi ilmin, sahalallahu lahu tariqan ila al-Jannah. Das heißt, wer einen Weg zum Wissen sucht, dem wird Allah den Weg zum Paradies leicht machen. Und der Dr. Bilal Philips, der hat ein Programm gestartet, weil er kennt auch die Bedürfnisse der Leute aus dem Westen. Und er weiß, dass es für viele Menschen unmöglich ist, beispielsweise 6, 7 Jahre nach Medina oder nach Mekka zu gehen. Er hat deswegen eine einmalige super Sache gemacht, wo ich nur sagen kann, dass ich das jedem empfehlen kann. Das ist die Islamic Online University. Und wir haben diese Seite, also www.islamiconlineuniversity.com. Wir haben das auch jetzt auf unserer Seite. Und wir wollen, dass ihr daran teilnehmt. Wir wollten den Sheikh Dr. Bilal Philips zu diesem Projekt fragen. Das heißt, ich wollte mit ihm dann dieses Interview auf Englisch machen, damit er genau erklären kann, was es mit dem Kurs auf sich hat. Dr. Bilal, salamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
About your Islamic Online University. I just told I introduced your person and that you have a lot of experience in the Dawah field, that you studied in Medina and Riyadh, and that you went all over the world and make Dawah, and that you know how the people need Islamic knowledge, especially in the West, and that it's not possible for everybody to go abroad to study there 6 years. So you made up this Islamic Online University. And what I wanted from you, that you, for example, explain to us how this works. For example, one guy, maybe a Muslim from Germany is a new Muslim, how he can study in your university now, in your online university.
Well, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam wa rasulillah. All praise is due to Allah, and may Allah's peace and blessings be on the last messenger of Allah. The university is basically geared for the world with an English base. There is one section of it which consists of short courses having 10, 12 or 15 lectures, or maybe as low as 8 lectures, covering different topics, and they have been arranged in a level. You have like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Now these lectures are mine as well as lectures of other people like Sheikh Abdul Rauf, Sheikh Salim Al-Amri, Sheikh Abu Abdus Salam, and others, and their lectures are being added. So that section, a person can come in, register, they will be sent a student code, and then they can start to study at their own will. There are no costs involved, there are no time restraints. They can come in and go out as they will.
Okay.
And so that we call our diploma or certificate side of courses. Then the other side, for those who want serious study, those who really want a BA level study. We have a BA program which we started back in March, where they have to upload the high school certificates. If it's in German, then it has to be translated into English, and these have to be attested to affirm that this is in fact a legal document. And there are some minimal fees for registration and examination, but there are no tuition fees.
Okay, so this is a lot of information. So you have first of all like short courses, and secondly you have this BA.
Yeah, the BA course, for example, first one needs to know how is the material presented. In general, whether it's on the short courses or in the BA program, you have recorded lectures. The recorded lectures then are supported by PDF files which give the written text of that lecture, so the student can look at the material whilst he is listening, or after he has listened, or you can just read the material and not watch. Or there's also audio. You can listen to the audio instead of watch. So you can make audio copies, stick it in your car whilst you're driving. You can listen to it. But then after each lesson is complete, after you're finished either watching, listening, reading, then there is a small test. You know, a multiple choice test for each, you could say, module, for each lecture. Okay, so that is the same in both the short courses as well as in the BA course. But the difference in the BA course is that we also have live sessions. For every 2 recorded lecture by the professor, there is a live session where the student comes into what is called a virtual classroom with a tutorial assistant who has mastery of the subject. He's not the professor, or sometimes he might be, but in most cases it's somebody else who may be a BA graduate or something like this, who will then answer whatever questions the students have from the 2 recorded lectures that they watched. Okay, that's in the BA program. In the diploma program, there are no live sessions, so the program just goes on. You will get assignments. There will be assignments that you have to do, which you write, then you send them in. We have people who will grade those assignments, and the marks are added to your marks, and then you have either a midterm exam and a final exam, or just a final exam if the course is quite short.
You know, and for me, when I hear this, it's very really great, you know, because it's an alternative. Somebody, you know, he normally has to go to university and he sees the doctor live, but now we have just you know, videotape the lecture, and later on he can see it whenever he wants at home, you know, if he has no time. And that's a possibility also for somebody who's working. He's maybe working in the morning, cannot go to university, so he sees the lecture at night. You know, it's very great, and especially that it's written and also for hearing in audio. So what I understood from this, you know, the short courses can also be used for somebody, for example, who wants to try how it fits for his situation. Maybe he makes first a free course and looks how it works, everything, and later on he goes into this BA course.
Sure. I would also say that, you know, for people who are new Muslims, that the courses on the certificate level, those courses are probably more appropriate because they're more simple. There's one course called the Foundations of Islamic Studies, which has 21 parts. I would advise any new Muslim who's coming, before going into the BA program, to do this first. Also, there is reading and writing Arabic courses, which I would advise them to take also first, because you'll be going into the BA program with Tajweed, for example. Tajweed requires that you do have some knowledge of Arabic. So my advice would be that for those who want to take it, they may go ahead and register, but before actually going into the BA courses, do from the certificate the Foundations of Islamic Studies, which will give them an overview of all of the basic areas of Islamic disciplines, Islamic sciences, and also do the Arabic course that is there for reading and writing.
I also saw there's a short course for Tahara, purification, and for prayer, and especially this is very important for new Muslims.
For new Muslims, yeah. So I would say in general, most of the courses in the certificate level would be ideal for new Muslims to build up their foundation.
Yeah, really. Now the BA course, how long does it take somebody to come out?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
And he can also take a long term, for example.
It can be longer if he takes less subjects, or it can be shorter. It could be down to as little as 3 years, because we have 6 to 7 subjects per semester. If they take more, they take say 10 subjects per semester. When we have the full offering, right now we are, because we just started, so those who are joining us now have to take what's available. But once the course gets moving, we're going to the fall semester in September, then those who are joining in September, they could conceivably take courses which are from the first semester as well as courses from the second semester. So depending on the amount of time, really, it's really up to the amount of time that the person has that they can, give to the study.
So it's very comfortable for somebody. He can study at home and he can choose what he takes. Almost, 6 subjects in a semester, for example. It's not too much. It's possible. And what kind
to be honest, I mean, it
seems to be.
Yeah, you have to give it, a consistent amount of time. It is because every subject you figure, if you have 6 subjects and you have 2 classes a week, okay, so you have to, if one given subject, you've got 2 hours that you need to listen, right? And let's say give another 2 hours to read over that same material.
At least, yes, of course.
Okay, so that's 4 hours for one subject.
Okay.
And then you have the test also. So you're preparing yourself for the test. Well, even we just call it 4 hours.
Yes.
4 hours times 6 subjects, that's 6 courses, 24 hours.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean with comfortable, I don't mean, it's easy, but I mean, he can choose when he learns. For example, for somebody, he has to go to university now. At this time, you have to be available. It's maybe hard, but so he can choose whatever time he learns, of course.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, you can say that if you have 7 days in a week, and you decide you're going to put in 6 days evenings studies, you have to think in terms of 4 hours each evening.
Okay.
So it's not a joke, right?
No, I don't say it's a joke.
What I mean though is that it is, what it is saying is that even though, say you might miss one night, you can put 2 hours a night and then make up the rest on the weekend, for your Saturday and Sunday, for example. But you'll need to be putting in some consistent amount of hours every day.
Yes.
It has to be tackled in a disciplined way. So you have to do it in a disciplined way. I mean, there's flexibility, meaning that you
this
can.
This is what I mean. This is the word.
There's flexibility there, but still, it can't be done when I feel like it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. The person will not be able to keep up with the requirements of the classes, or the assignments, or the midterm, and it's all going to pile up on them. You're not going to be able to.
This is the exact term I wanted. Flexibility. For example, now, what kind of subjects do you have? I saw, for example, Aqidah, Mustalah, Hadith, and.
It is. We're running basically what we would call the Usul al-Din, Da'wah and Usul al-Din course. We have all of the basic topics that are covered in Da'wah, all of the basic topics covered in Usul al-Din. Usul al-Din meaning you're going to have Aqidah, you'll have Fiqh, you'll have Hadith, you'll have Tafsir, you'll have Sirah, you'll have Arabic, grammar, and we also add